Are we live on YouTube?
Is it connected to the YouTube?
Yeah. You should. Yeah. You say upcoming. Yeah, we on. We on.
Testing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, Shalom Izu, Shalom Yabashim Yashab Rakatham to the brothers, Shalom Yahushua Alatah Bashim Yashai to the sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York, under Commander Jerry Hanna, and we are not affiliated with any of the Hebrew Israelite group. We teach that all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of the Western Hemisphere are God's chosen people, and that the white man who is Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks
All
of.
right.
So today we're going to continue. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 16. It's a relatively short chapter, so usually we do the 7 verses, but we're just going to go through all 16 verses. Priest and Officer Alatazar is going to be reading in Hebrew, and then, of course, as you already know, for those who have tuned into Sabbath service long enough, that we're going to give the breakdown in the English. With that being said, you got anything for us?
Live, sir.
All right, with that, Amadim, which means to stand, just me and the brother up here.
La Yashala, which means 2 or 4 Israel. Majim Hapanya Hakudam, which means to rise to face the east. We were doing the prayers in the Hebrew and then in the English. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kudash, Hayah, Isupk Socal, Malawatka, Taba'a, Watazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Sawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Become. Paul, the woman, Wasalak now, come a walk now, Kasalak now, come a walking now, Wala Tabiana one, Balasai one, a ball, have a shy now, Mayan, right, Kaya, the cop, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Wahatapa Ara, the I will love him, Amen.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
Daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
But
deliver us.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the glory.
Forever.
So be it. Amen. This is Hatak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. Nathanawa. Hatak. Hatak. Raka'ah. Kal Mak'Allah. Kal Malawa. Hatak. Like a heart. Hamat Zarayim. Hatak. Lahakoyim. Hamathim. Hatak. Al. Wahawah. Hatama Allah. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Who Amen.
Now the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Please
give
us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? Why Ma'aka Allah? Why Allah Hayim? Matazab Yah. Alawat Yahala. Alawapya, Hasaranya, Hakwatazayanya, Hakayoyo, Waha Akwatya, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the Water, Amen.
Now the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And the angels.
And the angels.
The manager of Yahweh.
The manager of Yahweh.
The generals.
The generals.
The captain.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Kenya, all, Harnum, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Azoya, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Ba'aratazah, Al Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yalawam, Shabarka, Hadah, La'ah, Yalawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashala, Yahweh, Shabarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al Yad, Yam Yanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Rakal, Right, Yashamar, off the Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Alka, Wabawa Alka, Mayata, what I will up.
Now in the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help from the Lord.
My help coming from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
Will not slumber.
will not suffer.
Behold.
Behold,
He that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth Israel
Slumber.
shall not slumber
Nor sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not strike thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
From all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even.
and even
Forevermore.
forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Dama Yalaka. Al Daka Arash. Al Daka Kwat. Al Kayahana. Awai Yabdika. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al Aimaka. Yairwa Yamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Yatazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Abarwa. Lakawa. Walakakita. Wagaria. Wala'a. That's a car. Shem Yashala. I will die. Kaya. Dawa Atazawa. Laba. Kakadwa. Alyaka. Mariat. Dakaratwa. Ahaya. Alawa. Why? Yashima. Alayam. Mawa Abba. Wagaria. Gabal. Wama 1. Wama Lak. Palashaf. I'm Yashabya. Taza War. Gamasha War. Dalawa. Among. Hayawa. Zarawa. The Bunya. The Watts. Salat. Aisha. Lahum. Kamatya. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayatya. Malachal. Koyashua. Nishab Madwa. Bayan. Dara. Hayawa. Daman. Nadama. Shatabwa. Nadam. Yamawa. Kaira. Kazaba. Kazaba. Kazama. Call. That's the Yakamwa. Ashar. Amara. Darasha. Lalawa. Af. Dawa. Alahayam. Alahayam. Shayatamba. Kagala. Kakwash. Lapanya. Raka'ah. Ka'ash. Taba Ira. Ira. Wa. Kalahaba. Kalahat. Maryam. Hun. Daradapa. Masa Irika. Wabasa. Wapaka. Dabahalam. Mala'ah. Payahub. Kuala 1. Waya. Bashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya. Bahawa. Ayai. Waya. Kaparwa. Waya. Abadwa. Waya. Dawa. Kaya. Ata. Shamka. Yahweh. Labaka. Iowa. Alcohol. Paratazah.
Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo,
thine
enemies
enemies
make atonement.
make atonement.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted
against thy hidden.
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
Come.
And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off
from being a nation.
From being a nation.
At the name of Israel.
At the name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against
thee. They are confederate against
the tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And
Hagrees.
Gobal.
And
Amalek. The Philistines.
With
the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also was joined with them.
A sword also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kison.
At the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
Like Zahid.
And like Zahid.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Sabah.
As Sabah.
And as Abu.
And as Abu.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
the house of God.
The house of God.
In possession.
In possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
And as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them. With thy temper.
With thy temper.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy sword.
With thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
Let me seek thy name.
And let them seek thy name.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That
thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all earth. Sorry. You may be seated. Okay. Yeah. For anybody who's just not tuning in, we're going to be going over Genesis chapter 16. Like I said earlier, as you would already know, we usually do the first 7 verses in the Hebrew. Today, it's a little bit shorter of a chapter, so we're going to do all 16 verses. So we're going to do Genesis chapter 16, 1 through 16. Priest and also Alatazar is going to give the breakdown in the Hebrew. And we're going to give the breakdown in the English. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
This is Genesis, the 16th chapter, the first verse in the Hebrew. Washaya, Ashaf, Abaram, La'ah, Yalada, Lawa, Wala, Shapacha, Matazar, Rayath, Washama, Hagar, Wata Amar, Sharya, Al, Abaram, Hana, Na'ah, Aitazar, Naya, Yahweh, Maladath, Ba'ah, Na'ah, Al, Shapach, Katya, Awaya, Abana, Mamana, Wayash, Shamai, Abaram, Lakawal, Sharya, what is it? Wata, Wakha, Sharya, Ashat, Abaram, Af, Hagar, Hama, Tazar, Rayath, Shapah, Chata, Makwa Tazar, Aishar, Shayam, Nasabath, Abaram, Ba'aratazar, Kanai na, Wataf na, La'abaram, Ayasha, Lawa, La'asha, Waya Ba'al, Al Hagar, Watahar, Watara, Kaya, Harata, Wata, Qual, Gabatar, Gabar, Tha, Ba'ai, Yanaya, like it. Waya ala Yawa Anya Yahweh Ashar Hawa Tazat Atyak Ma'awar Kashat Yum La Lata Laka Af Ha'aratza Haza'af La Shata Waya Amar Adanya Yahweh Bama Adana Kaya Aya Rashana Waya Amar Al Yawa Kucha Laya Agalaka Mashalasha, Isaiah, Mashalashath, Aya, Mashalash, Abaram, Thor, Wagawazal, Wayakha, Athkal, Allah, Wayabathar, Atham Bathwar, Wayathan, Ayash, Batharwa, Lakorath, Ra'ai Hawa, Wa'ath, Hatazapar, Hala'ah, Wayarada, Ha'ayata, Al, Hapagarium, Wayashab, Atham, Abarum, Waya, Haya, Hashamash, Labwa, Wathar Dama, Napala, Al, Abaram, Wahana, Wahagar, Ayama, Kashaka, Gadala, Nalapata I, Al Yawa, Waya Amar, verse 16, La Abaram, Yada I, Kayagar, Yahweh, Zara Akah, Baratza, La Laham, Wa Abadam Wam, Wa Ainawa, Atham, Arabai, Mawat, Shana.
All right, most high in Christ. Clap it up. People in right now. Let's see. Got young man D by Shalom on Christ. Got a few people. I'm not sure who some of these people are, but the wife for tuning in though. Always appreciate the participation. So
About y'all in here.
bye y'all.
Yo, man, D, I'm gonna get back at you. I was asleep. Gotta let him know.
Sister Bathar Wanda.
Oh yeah. She always in there.
Most high in Christ. All right, so we're gonna start from Genesis chapter 16, verse 1. So a warrior, mind doing us the honors. We'll read from verse 1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, had borne him no children.
Which version are you reading from? Is that the King James version? It is. So it should be the next one over there. That one good? Okay. Sorry, Christ.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now Sarah, Abraham's wife, bare him no children, and she had a handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar.
Okay, so just a brief summary real quick, right? So Abram and Sarai, you're going to see this pop up quite a few times throughout the Bible. They really wanted children, but for some reason, Sarai, she was not able to bear any children at this time. So it's stating that at this time also that they had a handmaid. She was an Egyptian woman. This would be a Hamite, a woman of Ham, whose name was Hagar. Let's keep reading.
Verse 3.
Verse 2.
Oh, verse 2. And Sarai said unto Abraham, Behold, now, and the Lord has restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abraham hearkened to the voice of Sarah.
Okay, let's stop right there. What did Sarai basically just tell Abraham? We say it like it's simple.
Go have sex with
you. Yeah. She's pretty much saying, look, I can't give you no kids. So best thing I could do right now, go on to my handmaid, have sex with her. That way, you can have kids through her. And she would raise those children as her own as well. That's what she said, right? So just so we all clear, she said to Abram to go have sex with their handmaid so that she can bear him children. There's a reason why I'm emphasizing on that part.
Oh, and if I may,
go ahead.
A warrior, was that okay? We saw what she asked her husband to do. Was that ordained by the Lord that he does that?
Was that ordained by the Lord that he does that?
That he goes, because his wife could not get pregnant. What is it ordained that he could, even though his wife asked him to do it because she know a man needs a son, was it ordained by the Lord for him to go have relations with the handmaid?
Yes.
Does it say that?
Does it say that?
No.
It wasn't ordained. Here's what happened, and this is a subject that a lot of people in the truth forget about. Give me Revelations. Hold that where you at and give me Revelation. Is it 13:9 or give me 13:10? I want the part after the slavery part. No, give me 13:9. Give me 13:9. Revelation 13:9.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Come on.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Skip that. Go to the next verse. Verse 10.
11.
10. What's 10?
Yes, he that leadeth into captivity.
Finish 10 then. Finish 10 from me. Or what does it say here is the patience of the saints?
In verse 10.
All right, yeah, give me the 10.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Come on.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
All right, now here's the point that I want you guys to pick up on. Read the part.
Here is the patience in the faith of the saints.
Here's the what?
The patience.
Here's the what?
Patience.
Yeah, that's what we lack. That's what we lack. That's all I need from that part. You lack patience. I lack it too. I get it. I understand it, man. We lack patience. You think things are supposed to happen on your time. Like, that's what you think. You think because something is going on in your life for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 17 years, you think you should go on about and do what you want to do when you want to do it instead of serving the Lord. We all have that problem. I have that problem. I am poor, okay? I am poor out here. And I get it. It's understandable. Look, it's okay. There are some women who cannot have children right now. At this point, they can't have children. Guess what? Every last single woman in the Bible who called upon the Lord that was barren, eventually what happened? They had a child. Every person in the Bible, this man Joseph was thrown into captivity. Daniel was thrown in the lion's den twice. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was thrown in a fiery furnace. It takes patience. Bro, when you think you ain't got it no more, you always make it through. It's what it is. It happens, man. This was right here what you're seeing. You're seeing impatience. You're seeing a woman who I wouldn't say gave an order, but she suggested something. Why? Because she was impatient. She thought she couldn't have children, and she thought it was going to last forever. Eventually, she had children. Why? Because she ended up serving the Lord. But she regretted the decision that she made because she acted out of impulse, which was acted out of impatience. You can't be that way. Romans 15:4 tells us everything that was written aforetime for our learning, that through patience and comfort of the scriptures, we might have hope. Patience is a virtue. That's a real quote. That's a real thing. You're going through something right now. I know you are. I guarantee I'll put my bottom dollar on it. You'll get through it. Sister, I know you think you can't have babies. Guess what? You'll have a baby. And it ain't going to be when you want it, but you're going to have a baby. Brother, I know you ain't got no paper. Don't worry about it. You might not get it when you want it, but you're going to get some paper. You're going to eat every day and you're going to drink every day. That's what this is for. That is what this school is for, to teach you patience. We have been getting destroyed and distraught. I didn't mean to go on this tangent, but we have been getting destroyed and distraught for centuries, man. For centuries. We're still here kicking. This is patience. This is patience. The Lord is trying to teach you something just by this one scripture alone. Because we're going to see in a minute how she feels when she's done. Guess what? You have that same quality too. You made a mistake in your impatientness. You made a mistake, and now you regret it. Guess what? There are things that I regret too, that because I've made and said and done things being impatient. Guess what? You'll get over it. You'll get through it. The Lord wants you not to make that mistake because you're impatient. I practice patience. It's going to work for you. It's going to work out for you. You know why? Because when has any ever asked on the Lord or called on the Lord and it didn't work out in their favor? You're not nobody special. You are the same brothers and sisters that's been through this Bible. There are sisters that I know personally in this school who cannot have babies and eventually had a baby. Righteous children. Righteous children. There are brothers who've been poor for years. Eventually they get some money. Righteous brothers. Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you stop being impatient and why don't you be a righteous brother and serve the Lord? I yield.
If I could, real quick, before we jump back to Genesis, Warrior, can you give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 13?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
There has no temptations taken you, but such as it commands a man. But God is faithful.
God is what?
God is faithful.
One more time.
But God is faithful.
So God is faithful. You go.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above all that you are able.
Okay, so you know what? Before I even say anything, Warrior, what do you think that means?
The overall
Like that verse. What do you think that means? Like, break it down.
that God is faithful, He will not suffer you to be.
Whole thing. The whole thing. Like, what do you take from that?
I take from that that the Lord is with you. So whatever you're going through, just be patient. Like, you don't have to figure it out. The Lord will figure it out for you. All you have to do is just be patient, and He'll figure it out for you.
Okay, so you're right. So I'm gonna give you the other half too. So to kind of break it down, so we're talking about time, right? Being patient. That's pretty much gonna be there's a couple of different things we're gonna talk about in this class, but that's pretty much what we're focusing on the most is patience, right?
Right.
What is a day to the Lord?
100 days.
No.
No. 1 day is 1,000 days.
1,000
Not
days. You close.
Years.
1,000 years, right? So the Lord is also referred to as the Ancient of Days.
Right.
Like we called him that at one time. Why? Because the Most High does not perceive time the way that we perceive time. Like
Right.
we think 50 years is a long time.
Right.
That ain't nothing to the Most High. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because patience. You think that it's just never gonna happen. I'm never gonna get this.
Right.
I'm never gonna get that job. I'm never gonna have a child. I'm never gonna get that promotion. I'm never gonna make it out the hood. Like whatever it is that you think that you just never gonna get out of it, and you trying to just make it happen, make it happen, make it happen. It might not be your time yet. It might not be your time yet. And I know it sucks because sometimes I get it. Like we're born in the flesh, so sometimes like you want it now. Right. But the Lord might be like, you know what, nah, just wait a little bit. And the reason why I'm bringing that part up is because the Lord knows you better than you.
Right.
He knew you when you were in the womb. And break it down a little farther than that. Not even the womb just now. I'm talking about whatever womb you were in, I don't know, 400 years ago.
Right.
1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. You get what I'm saying? Like, not to get too off, but I'm referring to reincarnation. The Lord knows you better than you. He knows your past life. He knows your past sins. He knows everything, right? So he knows what you can handle. The Lord is not going to give you specifically what you cannot handle. There's 4 brothers in here. We all come from different walks of life, different ages. We all have our own demons that we may be battling, right? My demon is probably different from your demon.
Right.
Your demon is different from his. His different from his. Why? Because the Lord knows, okay, you know what? Not just I can handle this. Maybe a warrior can't, but a warrior can handle this.
Right.
Maybe not as I can. You might be able to handle something that I personally can't deal with. But I might be able to deal with something that you might not be able to deal. You see what I'm saying? So be faithful to the Lord. He's not going to make you suffer something that he knows that you can't get out of. And that should be a test to your strength as well.
Right.
Have confidence within yourself. You might sit here and I get it. We all have that moment of like, damn, why me? Why is this happening to me? Like, look, he was with me for some of it. There was a time, I kid you not, I had a flat tire. And like the worst, like going back in the middle of the desert every week at night, like every other week, to the point where I was getting broke. It was bad. And I'm sitting here like, really? Like, why? I already got to drive an hour and a half back and forth all the time. And I'm breaking down in the middle of the desert. There was one time my spare tire, that one got messed up on the way to work. I had to sit in the middle of the desert for 2 hours for a AAA to come through. Just stuff like that. And it's just annoying. Why? doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm a priest. You know why? Well, that's just what the Lord wanted me to go through. You know, that was my little test. Okay, just brush off your shoulders real quick. Keep it pushing. Right. That's all. I don't want to get too far off, but
so that point you just made at the end, I'm a priest. Like, not you, but I hear that. I talk to brothers. I'm doing everything right.
Right.
I'm going to class. I'm doing this, that, and that. So, nigga,
you be thinking, why me?
Like, nigga, it's supposed to be you. Why not you? Like, who do you think you are to say, oh, I show up to class every week. I tune in. Who do you think you think you're that special that you're not supposed to go through something? You think that? Dude, do you know what you were? Hey man, what we were in the world, we deserve everything we get now. Once you understand that, you get it.
If I could, I don't want to cut you off, but
no,
think of it like this: Christ had tests. You think Christ didn't have tests?
Right.
Like the difference is he passed all his tests.
Right.
That's the only difference. But so like I just wanted to add that in there real quick. You good though?
That was pretty much it. Hey, look, it don't matter if you serve the Lord or not, man. You're gonna get put through something. But when you come to serve the Lord, you're gonna get put through more. What's that, Ecclesiasticus 2? Yeah, you ain't gotta get it, but it's Ecclesiasticus 2. Look, man, you're gonna come serve the Lord, you're gonna get put through it. What you gonna do? You gonna leave? You're gonna be a coward. Guess what? You're gonna be in the world and you're gonna go through even worse stuff with no help. At least over here, you got the Lord on your side.
Oh, help.
You're gonna have the Lord on your side of here. You're gonna be worse off. That's in the scripture. If you leave, you're gonna be worse off than when you came in here the first time. All them demons plus more are gonna jump up on you.
It's been proven every time.
It's been proven every time. You're gonna become a crackhead. So you should probably just not leave. Just serve the Lord. Realize that you were a sinner. Realize that you still need to fix yourself. And just accept that comes with it. He gives you a way out. You just need to follow the order. I digress.
So now we're going to go back to Genesis 16, 16 and 3.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 3. And Sarai, Abraham's wife, took Hagar, her handmaid, the Egyptian, after Abraham had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abraham to be his wife.
Okay, so kind of a little redundant, but again, Sarai is the one that's pretty much orchestrating this. I'm not going to say she gave him an order, but she definitely, persuaded. She definitely persuaded Abram, like, hey, like, you know, kids, like, you know, this is what we're going to do, you know. And she's making this happen.
No, you good.
Oh,
that was the thing. Oh. I would just put it right here.
So like, you can continue to verse 4.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and took Hagar, and she conceived.
Mm-hmm.
And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Is that what?
Her mistress was despised in her eyes.
Who was despised? It's like who despised Hagar?
Sarai.
Why?
Because it set in that she made a mistake.
More.
Okay.
Give us more.
Yeah. It's kind of not really a compliment.
You know women.
I want to see where your mind goes. How do you feel about
you married? You know women. So imagine your woman tell you, don't do this.
And I'm gonna break it down like this, right? But I still want y'all input. I keep saying it for a reason. Sarai, Abram's wife, is the one that orchestrated this whole ordeal, right? Abram was chilling. She's the one. You see what I'm saying? Abram was chilling. I mean, of course he was sad, like, you know, I want a kid, because you're gonna hear about it quite a bit, right? But she's the one that was pushing for it. And guess what happened? Her husband was like, okay, you know what? Why not? So he did. He had sex with Hagar. She bare him a child.
It's like it.
Go ahead.
How did Abram know he was going to get a child?
So how did he know?
How did he know prior to that he was going? He like, she's tripping. She's barren. They're clearly trying to get pregnant, right? Why is he not tripping? Why is he not tripping? What does Abram know that she doesn't know, or maybe I forgot? You got to go back to past classes to remember this. I give it to you. He already got promised by God that he's gonna many nations.
So he's gonna have kids.
He knew it. He's like, I'm gonna get it. He's not tripping. He not tripping. He didn't see Melchizedek. You know what I'm saying? He didn't talk to the guy. He did the sacrifice. He had the contract. His great grandfather's Noah, Shem. He knows about Adam. What's going on?
What you got?
So like, then we read in there when he went to God and asked him when is he gonna fulfill that promise?
Yes.
Yep. But it was a promise though, right?
Yeah.
And so what does he know about God? Well, we just brought it out. He knows that God's not going to go back on his words. You're the loser that's going to cheat God. God's not going to cheat you. God's going to honor his word. Why don't you honor yourself? Yeah, he wasn't tripping. His woman, and I'm not. That's personal for me. There are women who just be like, it might take her 2, 3, 4 years, and she don't know, man. She might have been trying. It's coming. That baby's going. I know she might think she's too old to have one. You're gonna have that baby. You serve the Lord, you're gonna have that baby.
I see. Before we continue, so the sister Batharawana, she said because Hagar became pregnant, and Sarai was then mad and jealous because she was barren. So, sis, like you on it. If I could, come and add a little bit to it, right? This is something to understand. For like newer brothers that come into the school, right? We put it to you like this: you got multiple wives, right?
God.
We all have multiple wives. Right? Does your wife have a say so whether or not if you have another wife? Okay, will she try? Let's keep it a buck. She gonna try. She gonna try to have a little influence and stuff like that. You know, put it to you like this: you are in charge of whether or not if you want to have multiple wives. You are in charge of what woman you want to talk to. Right. Because I'm just being frank with you. Some sisters may do this thing where they try to like tell their husband like, "Oh, we'll be with her."
Yeah.
You know. Now I'm just gonna let you know right now. Don't. This is just something. Man, this is something for brothers to understand. Even if she does that, right? Like, oh, like, hey, I like her. Like, she cool. Like, hey, look, if she's trying to help you out, I mean, hey, most high Christ. However, understand this. She's still gonna catch a little attitude. It's just natural. It's natural. Like what I'm saying is because I do not want brothers to be discouraged. Like, oh, she's gonna get mad. You shouldn't be discouraged. But even if she's telling you, like Sarah, she told Abram, go have sex with Hagar, an Egyptian, right? Specifically to bear a child, not just to have as another wife. Like she wanted him to have a child so bad that she was like, hey, go be with her. I'm still be with you, but go be with her too. Right. And still caught an attitude. What Abram just did, what she suggested, he's not necessarily in the wrong, but like you brought up earlier, should he have done that? Probably not. Only because, again, if he referred to the promise that the Most High made, he know he getting kids. Right. He might not know with who. Maybe it was Hagar. In a sense, it kind of was because he's the father of many nations, and Ishmael, right? Which is like I kind of get. You know, Ishmael is the son that's born. That's another nation. It's not Israel, but it's another nation. But it came from Abraham later. So don't let that get to you. Don't ever sit here and think she ain't never gonna be mad. She gonna be mad. It's gonna happen. She could be the most. If I could, she could be the most righteous sister on the planet. Guess what? She's still gonna be mad. It's just it is what it is. All right. You deal with that how you will. And sister, don't get it twisted. I'm not condoning you getting angry. This is for any sister or Akwathim out there who may have a husband who either has multiple wives already or he might be thinking about it. I'm not condoning the behavior. Understand that is his God-given right, and let that man be a man. All right, because it's gonna happen. If the Lord wants it to happen, that's what we're talking about right now, right? The Lord wants it to happen. If the Lord wants you to have twins, the Lord wants you to have twins. Right. You might not plan for it, but hey, Most High Christ. The Lord said no children this year, but maybe next year. It is what it is. But be patient. All right. That's all I gotta say. You got anything to add to that?
If I may,
go ahead.
Sister, we understand. Like we get where you come from. Does that matter? No, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be mad. Yeah, let me tell you, you're gonna be mad if I play the game too long. Yeah, women get mad. dude, they think everything you're doing is, man, their attention. Women want attention. They want a lot of it. They try to steal all your attention before you can give them the attention you want to give them. That's just what they do. That's okay. You just have to, the older you get, the more you realize. Especially you brothers who have daughters. Your daughter's gonna want all your time.
They're gonna be young too.
It's just what they are.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's okay. It's what it is. They don't stop. They don't stop, man. You just got to be wise in your decision on getting another woman if you're gonna do that.
Not to Zach. Could you give me Ecclesiasticus 25 and 22?
It's real. You sitting over here. They just gonna be mad. They just gonna be mad. They gonna threaten to leave you. They gonna do the whole nine. And whatever. She might. But don't let that stop you from, going about your God-given right. But be wise in your decision that you're gonna make to get one.
Yes.
Don't just be out here because you can. You pretty much don't be a whoremonger because you can get other women. Don't be that. Be like, hey, look. And women don't understand that. Yet if I have sex with another woman, that's my wife. So you know how much pressure it is to deal with your first wife? Think about the pressure you can't, she can't lack in what you give her already, so you can go get a second one. It don't work like that. That's in the Bible. You have to honor both of them the same way. Look,
yep.
If you can go about your way and go do it. If you can't, you might should stop. You might should stop. You might should be wise in your decision, my boy. So like,
you got anything? Ecclesiasticus 25 and 22. 25 and 22, but for sure. And we'll get back to Genesis.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
Okay, stop right there. I know you know what this means, not to Zach. I'm gonna test the warrior. What do you think that verse means?
I think it has that. No matter what, that's just the like a woman is always going to have some type of feeling towards something you do.
No. So I'm gonna read it for you real quick. Right? So it's Ecclesiastes 25 and 22. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. So let's focus on the top half. A woman, if she maintain her husband,
maintain's crazy.
what is it? How would you translate that? A woman who maintains her husband. What would you call it?
I mean, like, stay with, keep up with.
No, think maintain.
A car.
Like keep up to date.
Nope. Okay, I'll give it to you. When it says a woman, if she maintain her husband, it means she's in charge.
Right.
She's controlling. Like she's head honcho. She's the one that runs the household. It says a woman, if she maintain her husband, meaning she's controlling. She's the one that makes the final decision. She's taking the role of the husband.
Right.
It says is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Why?
Because that's not her role.
Mm-hmm.
Not assignment. That's not the role that she was put on earth to have.
Okay, you right there. Okay, so you're right. That wasn't her role, right? But why would she be angry? Like, think of it like this, right? You see like some sisters in the world, they try to, was it the boss BITCH mentality and all that stuff, and they think like, I don't need no man, and they might get a dude, and they have that mentality of, oh, I got it, I can do everything on my own. They would do though, right? And they say, they want to be treated equally and this, that, and the third. Let's say they get a dude that's a pushover.
They hate it, boy.
They hate it. Like they end up like despising that man.
Right.
Why though? She got what she wanted.
She don't really want that.
Yeah.
Right.
She don't really want that.
Why?
That's not her. She wants a man that's in control, but she wants a man to put her in her place.
I'll take it. Most times, yeah. I'll take it. That's what I was trying to get from. So yes, a woman, if she maintain her husband, meaning control, like she's the one in charge, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. She is angry because that was never her role.
Right.
She's upset, even though she's trying to deny it, which a lot of sisters in the world try to do. They're being filled with this nonsense of you can be whatever you want to be, you could be this, and what is that thing? Matriarchy. I think that's what it is.
Crazy term.
And they think like I'm a be the man in a relationship, and then guess what? They may get a dude. Dude is a pushover. I want to say something else. But he's a pushover, right? So she got exactly what she wanted, or in this case, she thought she wanted. Now she just like she don't like him, and you probably wondering like, well, this is what you wanted, right? He probably still pays all the bills, probably takes care of her, but in that household, she run everything. And them kids is running around, don't got no self-discipline. She the one that got to keep trying to, let me tell you right, I'm pretty sure any brothers with kids, like y'all already know, when they get a certain age, they start to kind of know the difference between the mom and the dad. Yeah. And they'll kind of try the mom a little bit more because they know that they can get away with it with her. But then if you got a father who's more like, no, we not doing that, they're kind of like, okay. That's your role as a father to kind of set them straight, right? Kids, they know. So guess what? You let the woman run everything, they gonna try her. They gonna be smoking weed. They gonna be in and out of the house. They gonna be in and out of jail. So like, because they go ahead.
Think about the ghetto right now. Just think about the ghetto right now. Ran by women. This is ran by women. The ghetto has been ran by Big Mama since 1970. It's just what it is. Let's go ahead.
It's like I seen something on YouTube the other day. The brother was talking to the sister, and he was like, "Ain't it crazy how y'all always complain about these men, but the same men that y'all complain that y'all don't like is the men y'all raised."
Exactly. It's what
it's the cycle.
The reason why I'm bringing this scripture up is because it somewhat correlates to what we're talking about here. Sarah wasn't necessarily, I'm not going to say she was controlling Abram. It wasn't that. But this is a perfect example of she tried to take, no, I'll say this. She tried to take some control of the situation, right? And it kind of backfired on her.
Right.
Because like the sister said, she got jealous. She felt some type. Even though I get it, maybe she thought she was being righteous. She's trying to help out her husband. But again, be patient, right?
That's not her lane.
Yeah, that was, Abram was already promised children, right? It was going to happen regardless. But she wanted to speed up the process. She kind of took control of it. And guess what? She got exactly what she thought she wanted. Keyword on the thought, because once it happened, once that reality kicked in, like the sister said, she got jealous. She felt some type, like she got his kid. And this is a heathen woman, right? This is Sarah done been with this man through everything and traveled through Egypt with him. She won't grow old with this man. Later, she'll have Isaac, of course, but that's a little ahead. My point being is, she should have just stayed in her lane. That's all it was. And then, of course, out came, I'm kind of giving it away, but we're about to read it in a second. Out came Ishmael, right? But it's just a perfect example of she was not supposed to, in that particular sense, maintain her husband. I'm not saying that Sarah is wicked and all that. I'm not saying that, but it just wasn't her call right here. Because baby came out, she felt some type. That's all. You got anything before we
proceed? Let's get it.
All right, so we left off of verse 5.
So the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarai said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee.
Mm.
I have given my maid unto the bosom, into thy bosom.
Bosom.
And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judged between me and thee.
Yeah, I think. Okay, verse 6.
But Abram said unto Sarai, behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face.
Okay, so pretty much Sarai did not like her. All right, she was so angry because she's just like, this woman, this heathen woman, bared my husband's child.
So what? Think about a black woman, Hispanic woman. Just think about when I'm pissed off. The word, they don't say what happened or what she said. Just imagine the words and the tone she must have said to someone that was subject to her. I can only imagine in Hebrew, there was a bunch of shaquats and shemai and a whole bunch of negative words that were thrown at her. Just think about it, man. Just think practically. Your girl tell you you can go have sex with this other girl. You go do it because you dumb. You go do it thinking it's gonna be no problem. And she sees it. And you tell your wife, hey, well, deal with her how you want to deal with her. Man, your wife about to go off, man. She about to go off on that girl. On that poor lady that she allowed to go do it. Yeah, man. Yeah. This lets you know, but honestly, it's not just that. The impatience that Sarah had is the same impatience you had when you want to go get some money. Think about a drug dealer. A drug dealer is only going to drug deal because he's impatient and he needs to go get money. That's what he's going to go do. A guy who can't hold it in his pants, he's going to go have sex with the wrong woman. You thought that's what you wanted at that time, at that moment, and then you realize, I did not want this. I should not have done this. Now I have to deal with this.
Too late now.
It's too. Now I got 18. Actually, it's longer than 18 years. 18 years you're paying, but you still got to deal with the same woman the rest of your life. All your boys know your baby mother is a jump off. That is embarrassing. Like to speak about your woman like that, because you decided you couldn't hold on any longer. You had to go do it. Yeah, Sarah, she felt the same pain too. She couldn't hold on any longer, not getting pregnant. So she decided to let the other woman go have a baby with her, man. And now she feels it. It's like,
yeah, no, you got it. Like, I think that's probably like a good way to put it. Like, just think of today. Like, and it goes back to, again, that wasn't her call. All right. Honestly, what Abram should have done, I mean, the Lord allowed it. That's not really my call. But what he should have done is he probably should have said no. Because what he should have done is probably just say, like, hey, like, Lord already, like, meeting the Lord, we already talked about what's going to happen. Like, don't even worry about that stuff. But, he listened. She wanted to take control of the situation, and well, I mean, she got what she asked for.
right.
Now she's mad.
Right.
She's upset now. It's like, oh, it really happened. Like, well, of course it happened. This is what you wanted. It's no different than today.
Same way you mad when you go to prison for selling drugs. That's what you wanted. You wanted to live a life of crime, and now you're in prison. Yeah, you probably should not do what you want to do. Once you come into school, you realize you're stupid, and you should probably stop listening to your stupid lizard brain. And you should probably just do what's in the Bible. I digress.
Let's go to where'd you stop for? 7.
7.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I'm on 7.
Oh, you're on 7. Okay.
Start at 6.
What?
Verse 7. And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way to Shur. Verse 8. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maiden, whence cometh thee, and whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai.
Okay. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress and submit thyself under her hands.
Okay.
Verse 10. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for it should not be numbered like for multitude.
Okay, before we get to verse 11, so let me see. The Lord has a favorite. We know this, right? The Lord has given blessings to other nations.
Why?
Why?
Why does the Lord bless other nations? Or in this instance, why would the Lord bless Hagar?
We kind of gave the answer earlier too. Think about Abram and the Most High.
Is it fulfilling the promise that he made to Abraham?
Expound.
Because he said it's going to make him father of many nations.
No. Okay, let's think today. Because every time we in Genesis, I want you to think practical. I want you to think where we're headed. From Genesis to Revelation, I want you to really think, young man D got it. Why would the Lord bless? Okay, so when the righteous take over, which is us, right? The people will not mourn. Why won't the people mourn? when Israel takes over the land, the world, why won't people more? Let's go.
Because it will be in righteousness.
Give me more.
Mhm.
It's gonna be in righteous, but why? Why will it be? Why will the world be in righteous? Righteous.
Because we got certain people who don't keep the laws. We're going to treat everybody righteous.
Now come on, give me some more. Give me some more. Like you there, you around the corner. I need you to knock on the door. Why will the world be righteous when we run the world? Yeah, of course we're righteous. Give me more, a warrior. Why will the world be righteous because we're running the world?
Because we're righteous.
And what happens when we're running the world? We're righteous now. Come on, you're there. You right there. I need you to say it. You right there. All right. So let's say you lead a company of men and you're in the front. What is everybody doing behind you? Why are they following you?
The leader.
That's it.
Right,
People are going to listen to us. They're going to follow us. Hagar is blessed by. She's following us. At this point, she's listening to us. She's doing. She now has a son by one of us. That son is going to be blessed. He has to be blessed because we're righteous people. So anybody who follows us or listens to us, guess what? They have to be blessed too. Right now, everybody follows Esau, and guess what? Everyone's destroyed. Everyone's mourning. Everyone's in pain. Everyone is they're in pain. They're crying. They're hurting. Everyone's poor. It's not just me up here talking about I'm poor. Everybody's poor. Everybody's in pain. Everybody's struggling. When we run it, no one's going to be in financial struggle where they would have to go commit a crime. You won't even be put in a position where you got to go commit a crime. You won't hate going to work because we're gonna treat you right. We're gonna treat you properly. We're gonna treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. Because why we have sympathy, empathy, why we understand what goes on. Esau doesn't give a damn about you. Esau don't give a damn about you. Back to the point. Everyone's gonna be blessed because they're gonna listen to us and follow us. War no more. Why would it be no war no more? Because no one has a problem with anything.
If I could, real quick. So Hagar, right? Well, not Hagar. Okay. Because it's about to say it in verse 11. Right? Ishmael, right? Who's his dad? It's Abram. So but Ishmael not us. You know what I mean? He not us, but we still share the same forefather in a sense, right? So Abram is blessed. Understand that. So some of his children are going to get blessings. Now, of course, there's Israel, the Israelites, us. Of course, we are the chosen people. Ishmael's not chosen, but he did get a blessing, though. Right. There was still a blessing through that. Even that's why I said other nations have gotten blessed. This might sound a little crazy to some people. Esau got blessed.
He did.
Esau comes from Shem, from the lineage of Shem. Where did Esau get blessed from? The sword, right? Now, probably should have put a cap on that one because he don't know how to limit his blessing. Because look, Esau, we know that Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of. But at the same time, hey, look, I get credit where credit is due. Esau real good at war. They're the ones that made it. They were the ones who thought of, we're going to create the atomic bomb. And we're going to, I remember I read something a while ago. They actually didn't know how destructive the atomic bomb was actually going to be. That could have actually, disrupted the whole climate and possibly killed everybody on the planet. You know what they said? They said, still did it. And I saw old photos of the Japanese, of what they looked like. The ones that didn't get caught with the blast immediately, they're the ones that suffer from the radiation.
Right.
They're, the fun fact, all the little anime people out there, their eyes, I think it was their pupils, they turned white. You watch Naruto. Yes. You know, Hinata Hyuga.
Oh, wow. Dude.
They modeled that after the Japanese. Yeah.
That is a fun fact.
They modeled that after the Japanese because they suffered from the radiation and they went blind. But the thing is, they didn't know that. They just, send it. We just going to blow them up. Whatever. They got nuclear bombs now. They got nuclear powered warships everywhere. That's what Esau good at. He's good at warfare. Right? That's just what he does. That was his blessing. We're God's chosen people. We're not supposed to live like Esau. We're not supposed to live like Ishmael. They got their blessings. We have ours. Right. The reason why we in this hellhole is because we're not honoring the blessing that we were given.
Right.
You get my point? So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there real quick. Let's see. Young man,
Joshua 6:25. Oh, I'm on time.
okay. So we gonna for the sake of time, we're gonna continue though. You can go to verse 11.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord has heard thy affliction. Verse 12.
Okay, read verse 12.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
Okay, stop right there. Who are the Ishmaelites?
Arab.
The Arabs. You know, I'm gonna prove it to you right now.
Uh-oh.
You're right. So just to prove it. Just have you one second. Right here. Give me one second. I thought I screenshotted it, but I can find it real quick.
We call them Arabs. It's so disrespectful.
That's what they. That's what they are.
The Arabs. It's the Arabs. I'm like Arabs.
They call themselves Arab.
Let's see. So it says Ishmael. The Hebrew meaning is God will hear, because again, going by right here, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
Right.
Son of Abraham and Sarai's handmaid Hagar, and the progenitor of the Arabian peoples. So just so we all clear,
right.
These are the Arabian people, the Arabs, whatever you want to call them. Now it describes the Arabian people as well too. Going back to verse 12, it says, and he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him, and he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. That's them today. Think about it. How long they been in war?
Every year since you've been in war.
Like they just fighting everybody. They fight themselves.
Literally.
They just wild.
So many.
Like they just out. Like it died down a little bit now. But remember, there was a time where it was like a running joke. Like, they Arabs, you better be careful with them. The whole they didn't want them on a plane and all that stuff. Like they so wild, they don't care. Like they will fly a plane into you for their nation. Like that's how crazy they are. Like we'll do it. I'm like I believe you.
We'll do it.
Like that's just them. They wild. They got the Taliban out there. All them terrorist groups out there. They just wild. That's crazy. And it says going back to his hand will be against every man. It's true. The Ishmael got beef with Esau. Ishmael got beef with Ishmael. They got beef with Ham. They got beef with us. They got beef with everybody. That's just who he is. He's just a wild man. Just doing wild stuff. Hey, that's what it is. It describes him right here in the Bible. And that should, just to wrap it up real quick, again, shows that the Bible is true. Right. It's literally telling you who the Arabs are. It is describing the nature of these people. Turn on the TV, you see them. That's how they are. They've been like that for God knows how long. Slocky, you got anything?
The biggest known entities in the world when it comes to violence besides Hitler for the last 21st century has been Arabs. Literally. They had a whole manhunt for somebody in caves, and they ran. They do those folks. Who else do you know would strap a bomb on their chest? Out of that spot, boom. And like no one else would do that. Repeatedly.
They'll do it. Yeah, they do not care. They will say their God right before they do it, and they will gladly take their life.
And think they about to go to some magic place and have 13 verses. Yeah, they're crazy. Yeah. Hey, and you brothers sends me on the topic. Give the people their religion back. Give them. Please. They have, first of all, they have multiple gods in their religion. They have one guy who unalives himself. They got another guy who is very peaceful. Like they got multiple guys in there for one religion. Which one are you? Do you know why they accept your black behind in that religion? For your money. That's why religions accept you. That is why that country club in Beverly Hills accept you. Because you can give them money. That's all they want from you, money. They don't want you. They want your money. They speak green. Okay, you're gonna go over here to these Arab nations, like what is Tank Davis that went over there a few months ago and declared himself to be a Muslim, and look stupid. But he's a 5'3" brother. You look stupid, man. Why don't you just? I don't know how short he is. They all to me. Anybody under 5, 7, 8, I think you're crazy. So I get to the brothers under me or over me that are that short. So like, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Yes.
Let's see. But again, just real quick, yes, this proves who Ishmael is. The Bible is real. It's literally describing their nation. It's how it describes all nations. Esau, like I brought out earlier,
Right.
blessed with the sword. That man's good at war. That's what he does. All right. What's that boy name? Elon Musk. Elon Musk, like y'all love them Teslas and that refrigerator truck that they designed now. I don't know. That it looked crazy. I seen one by my house not that long.
Yeah.
But again, that's with the sword. You want to know how he got all them riches? You want to know why that man rich? Because that man, I think he's actually from South Africa.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, he's from South Africa. He's an Edomite though.
Yeah.
But he you know, like I like to learn like how do all these white folk get all these riches? Like you ain't just get it legally. How you do this? And then I found out, oh, okay, you're mining the Hamites. Oh, okay.
Yes.
You got them there is like actual slavery. I think it's in the Congo.
Yes.
And they're mining like all the gold, the diamonds,
Lithium
the
batteries.
lithium batteries, like all those riches are going to his company. It's crazy. Like again, going over how Ham is. Ham should be one of the richest nations
Right.
on the planet because they just have all these resources. But they never going to. Why? Because the Lord cursed them. That's how the Lord blesses the Lord curses too. He cursed him. Servant of a servant, and they serving the hell out of Esau. That's Elon Musk runs that whole deal. The great thing is people know about it too, and they still won't go buy a Tesla.
Right.
I found out Shell gas, they get that. I think it's either Nigeria or Cameroon. I forgot where. Somewhere out there in West Africa. And I'm thinking like, again, like, damn, like shouldn't y'all like be rich? Then I'm like, oh, I find out that they assassinate all their African leaders. That's why. They're never going to reap the benefits of their own resources because, well, the Lord does that. That's why. It ain't Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he's just an Edomite. He's just good at warfare. That's his blessing. And they got cursed. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. So just to show, again, the Bible is real. I mean, this is a fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale. This is describing history. So, I can. Let's see. We ended go to verse 13.
13. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 13. And she called the name of the Lord that spoke unto her, Thy God seeth me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? Verse 14. Wherefore the well was called Beer Lah.
It's like High
Beer Laharoy.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bereed. Verse 15. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son name, which Hagar bare Ishmael. Verse 16. And Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram.
Okay, so that's the end of that. Just real quick. So it says Abram was 86 years old. How old is that? This is his first child, by the way.
What's the score?
I have no idea.
20 years.
So 86.
He old. He was old.
First child.
Old. Again, patience. Old.
You think because you ain't got a child by 26. I can't get, girl, you don't shut up. You have one. Just serve the Lord. He know what you want. He know you want a child.
I believe we're gonna get into it eventually. I think Sarai was 91.
Yeah.
I think she was 91 when she bare Isaac, somewhere around there. She was up there though, but again, like think about that. 90-something years old before you had your first child. Yeah, like that's probably eating her up inside. Like, I just cannot have kids. And remember, I bring it up like every other class. Lois said she was gonna have a kid. She was like, yeah, like me, I'm an old lady. Like, what are you talking about? Lord checked her, and then of course came Isaac, which translates to he left. Right?
That's gorgeous.
But again, it just showed like she got what she wanted in the end. She just had to be patient.
Right.
And I know, like, I know sometimes we may think like, don't want to wait that. Well, you better wait. So whatever blessing that the Lord, like, you want stuff. Let's be real. We all want something, right? You gotta live righteously though. The Lord may bless you tomorrow. I don't know. The Lord might wait 20 years before he gives you that thing that you want the most. Maybe you got to go through a few more tests before you get there.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, because think about it. Abram got tested. He got tested when Isaac.
Right.
Think about all that, right?
Maybe you're not ready.
Again, going back to was it 1 Corinthians 10 and 13?
Right.
The Lord is not going to make you suffer something that you can't handle. Maybe you're not ready yet.
I know you think so highly of yourself. I know you do. You know. There's some people who will tell you about yourself. You have to check yourself. I'm not. If you were to get that money, what would you do with it? You know what I'm saying? What would you really do with it? Now, do you really think you would be what you are? No, you wouldn't. You probably got to be what you are right now and stay that way because the Lord might be just trying to save your life. Yeah, I know what you think. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out.
Your time will come out, and Akim and Aqua, you know, because like just real quick before we end the class, it's always been like a running joke. We say this thing like, you know, niggas always broke. Why we always broke?
Right.
We always like the Lord probably keeping us broke for a reason. If we got some money, you know, we probably wouldn't even know what to do with it. We probably splurge it, buy bottles or something. Like the Lord probably like, no, let's wise you up.
Yeah,
You know, then maybe Lord allow, you might get that job or you might get that bread that you want.
right.
But by then you're wise. You're a wiser man. You're a wiser woman, right? And you know what to do with the blessing that the Lord gave you. You might just not be ready yet. That's all. But your time will come.
It will.
That's all I got for the sake of time. We'll just end the class. For everybody that tuned in, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. With that, shalom.
Shalom.